Cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs are all over.
This cat's really snuggling with me.
Yeah, looks cute.
You let me sit in there, Alice?
Why does it smell weird?
It doesn't smell weird. It smells like a cat.
I don't think it does.
It's biting me.
Cats don't like to be
Oh, go.
smell, apparently. She did not like that.
Here we go. Welcome to the Raining Cats and Dogs podcast. I'm your host, Shannon, along with Arianna. She seems a little bit busy. And we have a guest co-host, our fan favorite of 2024.
Hello. How's it going?
I think he was the only guest in 2024.
No, there's other guests, weren't there?
Still a fan favorite.
But he was the favorite when he was the only guest. Now we have to reassess now that we've had other people on.
I think he's still the fan favorite.
Wasn't Amanda on?
We've had many Amandas on.
Oh, there was multiple Amandas on?
Multiple Amandas.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that you only have friends named Amanda.
Keeps it easier to...
You don't want to remember too many people's names.
One name.
Is that your criteria? If you're not an Amanda, I can't be friends?
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's a good way to live.
Mm-hmm.
You're putting cat hair into your microphone.
I'm trying to get it off the microphone.
Oh, it looked like you're like placing it on.
No. It's attracting the cat hair.
It really is.
Oh, geez. So how was your week, Anthony? We'll start with you.
Busy. Traveled all over the country and it was snowing everywhere. Alabama doesn't know how to keep their Walmarts open. Everything was a mess. We had an inch of snow and everything shuts down. Crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It is insane. Yeah, the country was a mess. Hopefully it'll be when this airs, it'll start to warm up, in February.
How was your guys' week?
Ari?
I didn't do much. Went to yoga. I hate that it's all busy now from all these New Year's resolution people.
Well, just make it very uncomfortable for them.
I will. Someone
Stare at
tried to really squeeze in between me and Alyssa the one time. And there's not enough room for that many people.
Did you block them or did you let them squeeze in?
I'm pretty sure Alyssa said that there's not enough room for two more.
That's awesome.
Sounds like her.
Yeah.
Well, she's not afraid to speak her mind.
She's like, don't come near me.
Well, it's hot yoga, so you guys are sweating. Do you want a stranger sweat on you?
You need to be able to
gross.
extend your arms. Like, I don't want to be touching someone next to me. Oh, though I did yoga in a greenhouse yesterday, which was nice. It was cold. And then we're doing one pose, and then Alyssa was like putting her hand on my leg. It was a little weird.
That's creepy.
Well, I don't know if she listens, but you did say we gave a scenario of you falling in love with Alyssa.
Listen.
And Amanda was on, and Amanda told Alyssa to run.
Yeah.
Towards you.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
There you go. You and Alyssa, and then me and Cody can get together.
That would be a weird dynamic.
Weird, but as long as everyone's happy, whatever works.
Then it's fine.
Weird.
That would be weird.
All of us on a commune as well.
Yes, living in our commune.
Yep.
Yeah, so
We should go off the grid.
Could. Well, not really. You technically really can't go off the grid anymore.
you can never go off the
Government's
grid.
always watching you.
What if we go to like...
An Amish commune. Aren't Amish kind of off the grid?
I guess so. They
Let's
still
go
are.
to the
I saw a
Amish.
bunch of Amish this week. They were all buying weird things from Buc-ee's. I was
They were at
like, what is going
They
on?
like Buc-ee's?
Yeah, they love Buc-ee's. There's a whole slew of Amish people there for some reason. I don't know.
I've never been to Buc-ee's.
I've been to, you should go. I stopped at Buc-ee's twice this trip.
Twice?
Yeah,
Oh my
I stopped at
gosh.
one when I first went into Georgia, and then when I was getting into Kentucky, it was.
Is it really
great.
that great, or is it just...
It is pretty great. Yeah,
Mhm.
It's got a lot of stuff there. It's like if you want to stretch your legs, it's good to stop because they got a bunch of random crap to look at.
interesting?
Yeah,
And their mascot's a beaver?
yeah, he's cool.
Weird.
His name's Buck. He was named after the dog of the guy who started Buc-ee's
Then why isn't the mascot a dog?
because he likes beaver. I don't know. I didn't read that much into it.
That's weird.
That is really weird.
I thought it was
It could be just as...
interesting.
Would it be just as successful with the dog instead of a beaver?
No,
Yeah, probably.
no, because it was
Well, because Target's got a dog. That's their
yeah.
thing.
So you're just gonna copy people?
Yeah,
no,
you're
no one's
right.
got a beaver. If we start a gas station, we should make it a platypus.
That's too close to a beaver. I think we got to do something completely different.
Like what? Giraffe?
The
Yeah.
capybaras. They're super
Capybaras?
cute.
No one
Oh,
wants those
oh
things.
my
They also
gosh.
look like beavers, though.
Yeah,
but they're
that's true.
cuter. And then we
They're
could
not
just
cuter than beavers.
yes, they are.
Take a vote. What's cuter,
In
cat
the
bears or
middle of the
beavers?
store is like a little capybara enclosure.
Yeah,
That'd
going
be so
around biting
cute.
people. That'd be cute.
It would be.
They don't really bite.
$100 after the bite.
Yep. You want to get bit? You gotta. It's $100.
And they to have their own little mini
They're
pools and
cute.
things.
Yeah.
So you guys watched Tiger King, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like so,
COVID.
the guy there was also that like other guy that wasn't Tiger King that had that whole like 52 acres or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on. I was listening to a serial killer's podcast, and that was like one of the main attractions of the areas that
What?
they were going to. And it's like you can like pay $7,500 to go and like swim with an elephant there.
Oh my
Oh.
It's
god.
very like I don't know who's paying all this money, but it's like $7,500 to go swim with an elephant. Like
Okay.
it's like $4,500 a person to stay there and like look at a tiger or pet a tiger. It's very odd. And then it's like some animals vary. So like if you don't see anything, it's like a very expensive place to go to though.
But they can't guarantee
Yeah,
that
they're
you're
like-
even going to see anything.
yeah, you might not even see anything.
Huh.
Yeah.
Weird. Oh, there is a place in Canada where you can stay at like this lodge and the wolf enclosure's right there. So like they can come up to like the glass, like and everything, like in the lodge. And
Can
you
you-
can just be right next to
Can you
wolves.
pet them?
No, I don't think they allow that.
That's lame.
Yeah. There is a place that I want to go to in Ohio where you can swim with otters.
That seems dangerous.
I think it's
Where's
what me and
that
Alyssa
at?
are going to go. I don't know. It's like a 4-hour drive.
Otters aren't very like nice. They're pretty aggressive actually.
They are, but these
That's
ones
why-
I think are trained. But there was like, no, you have to wear a t-shirt, like no bikinis, nothing with strings. There's like a lot of rules.
Yeah, they'll attack you. They're
They'll let
Yeah.
them bite your
But-
finger or
Yeah.
something.
The photos are, it's
carnivores.
basically just the otters and you in a hot tub.
what the heck?
Yeah. I
That's
think it's
odd.
worth it. I want to do it.
So you want to lose your fingers?
I don't think we're going to lose a finger.
You might. It's
I think it'll be worth it
I
for
don't-
petting an otter.
I don't think so.
I think it's
They're
worth it.
nasty. Otters are like
Yeah, but
actually
they're, like,
mean. Yeah, they're
Trained
cute,
to go.
but They're not
No.
trained.
These ones are trained.
I don't think so.
I don't think there's how do you train an otter? You don't.
Well, they probably
Smack it in the
had
head
it from
with a
very
flip-flop.
young, swimming with people.
So people had whales that they trained from very young, and that did not end well for those
that's a
trainers.
Or
lot bigger
monkeys.
of an animal.
They had, what about monkeys? They just rip people's faces
Yeah, they
off
rip
and
off
eat
the-
them.
Well,
woman's
otters aren't
face.
that strong. You just might lose a finger.
They're pretty strong. I bet you. They crack
They can't
shells
rip off
open.
your arm.
They might.
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
they can rip off your arm.
They just get a
Just
ton
a
of
finger,
them.
maybe.
They just start biting your arm and it falls off.
Okay, I think the people intervened before it got to that point.
Unless
I don't
they
think
just
they
It's all supervised.
I
they're
don't know.
streaming it live. Like, this is getting a lot of hits. We're gonna keep it going.
Yeah.
Aries getting attacked.
No.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that
Well,
don't intervene
You
for
two
things.
aren't invited to my otter swimming experience.
Okay, well, when you don't show up,
If you don't come back, we'll know the otters got you.
No, that means they loved me, so I've now became.
you're the queen otter.
Yes, I live there now.
Though I did love the story of last year of the sea otter that would attack surfers and steal their surfboards because it was angry that it was in its habitat.
Yeah, it's funny.
They kept wanting to be home though. The otters, like, no, tell surfers to stay away from the
That
otter.
area, yeah.
Yeah, it's otters now.
That's
That's
weird.
funny.
The people are needing to just leave otters alone. You're
Yeah.
included.
They do.
Either way, they're swimming with people, so why not me?
Because, so who do you think's going to win today? Bills or Kansas City?
So we're actually predicting the future right now.
Well, and we're predicting the future now, but this will be like 2 weeks past.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
so we'll
who's
know.
in it? So who's going to win the Super Bowl today?
If the Bills make it, I'll go for the Bills. If they make it into the Super Bowl,
I think Kansas City.
Kansas City, you think's going to win today?
Yep.
Who do you think's between Washington and the Eagles?
Washington.
Okay, that's
I
good.
say Eagles.
I like Washington versus Bills for the Super Bowl.
oh, that'd be
fun.
good.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Bills would beat Washington more than they beat the Eagles. To be honest,
What?
yes, in my opinion.
No.
Have you even watched a game at all? this
Yes,
season?
I
She
have.
watched one game.
Yeah, pretty much. I haven't watched a
Against the
lot this year.
Broncos. So in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah. So I was watching GMA the other day, and this is how you know you're like, and your feelings are hormonal. So on Good Morning America, they had like Bills gear on because a lot of them want the Bills to go to the Super Bowl this year.
Mhm.
And well, because it's from New York too, and it's filmed in New York. And Sam Champion, the weather guy, had on a Bills hat, and I started to tear up.
What? That's insane.
It's so crazy.
Why?
That's weird.
And as I teared up, I'm like, why am I tearing up? This is so weird.
Yeah.
That's odd.
That's really odd.
I just like I was overcome with emotion that
Okay.
I don't know. It was just weird. So yeah, nothing new is going on with me this week either. Not that anyone asked.
We don't care.
Yes, I know.
What the heck? No one wants to hear about you crying.
Yeah.
Well, it was
That's
just
it,
kind of
like-
funny.
We're raining cats and dogs. Want
We
to hear
want to cry.
hear where I cried this?
I made it rain by crying.
That's what the raining is the
Yeah.
crying.
It is.
Each week we talk about something we cried about.
I saw a cat with a hat on. Bald.
I rewatched The Hunger Games and when she volunteered for her prim.
Oh,
Stop.
just cry. I watched Gordon Ramsay and the at-home chefs.
Oh, he would
It
make
was so
me cry.
sad.
Could you imagine Gordon Ramsay coming to your house while you're cooking, screaming at you? That would be upsetting.
That'd be fun.
I definitely don't make anything that he would even want to eat.
Well, if he's here, then he can cook for us.
And what if he was there the one Christmas where you
You killed your grandfather.
killed your grandfather?
I did not.
Because dinner was supposed to be at 3 and we had it at 9:00 at night.
Yeah, my oven broke. It wasn't my fault. And that did not kill him. It was just the
Why
last.
didn't we just
his
order
last
pizza?
Christmas. Because it was Christmas and everything was
Yeah.
closed.
We could have done something else.
I don't know. The oven was not working.
No one had any ideas.
Yeah,
So
everyone was just like, let's just sit here and wait for 10 hours.
I know that was awful.
Yeah.
So in my news,
News with
Let's just-
Shannon.
let's just go on to the news.
What's this
So-
do? News
so-
with Shannon.
You guys know the anglerfish? I'll actually post it on our Instagram. They're kind of like funky looking deep sea
The
animals.
one in Finding Nemo, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So when an anglerfish mates, the male and female melt into one another,
Ew.
sharing bodies forever.
Ew.
The deep sea is so vast. If a male finds a female, he latches on and fuses to her, losing his eyes and internal organs until the two share a bloodstream.
That's
Sounds
weird.
very toxic. It sounds,
like a healthy-
sounds like
Oh.
not a very healthy relationship.
That's weird.
And then, everyone's been complaining about inflation. So listen to this. During the California gold rush of 1848, the scarcity of supplies led to exorbitant prices for basic goods. In some mining camps, a single egg cost $3,
Holy
which
crap.
back then is more than $80 in
Oh my
today's
gosh.
economy.
I was gonna say like the 60 thing of eggs used to be $5 and now they're $20.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, which I can't complain. I guess a single egg. Holy crap!
Single egg, $80. I
That's
guess we either
insane.
have our own chickens or we would not be eating
Gotta
eggs.
start
No.
killing people at that point.
Well, that's a bit extreme.
No.
Same.
Not really. I mean, it's like that guy's got 3 eggs. I only have $20, and I have 7,000 kids for some reason.
Well, okay. I mean, crime was kind of high during the gold rush.
Yeah,
time.
no
yeah.
one said anything. Oh, he died on the Oregon Trail. Okay, yeah, I guess he did.
Yeah, that's true. Now, well, to go to a positive note, there's a group called the 9 Nanas. They kept it secrets for decades, for
Don't
30
like that.
years.
Nana?
That sounds like it's going to be a serial killer.
So for 30 years, they met at 4 a.m. and generously and anonymously paid bills for others of people that were struggling in the local community. And
Oh,
they
that's so nice.
and they brought each care packages, like a pound cake or a note that read, "Just someone loves you."
I want
just
someone to pay
someone-
my bills.
How many people did they murder?
They didn't murder
Are
anybody.
you sure?
Wrong
Well,
podcast. We're
they
not true
got-
crime.
That's what they meant at actually 2 a.m. to murder someone, take their money, and then they use that money to pay someone else's bills.
Oh, okay, that's
Oh.
nice of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
That would be
yeah,
nice.
that's fine.
Yeah. I think it's fine.
Yeah. All right. You ready for?
Some story?
Yes. Are you going to give us choices? Are you going to let us vote on it? Or what's going to happen?
Okay, I guess I can give you guys some choices.
All right.
All right. So this is going to be okay. Either my brother married my ex, now their messy relationship is spilling into the family and everyone's choosing sides. Or am I the asshole for skipping my brother's wedding because his fiance excluded my wife from the guest list?
Both of those sound pretty good. Probably should just do both of them.
You want to
Yeah.
do both? Okay.
Okay.
Right. This is from r/stories by standard_raccoon8402. My brother married my ex. Now their messy relationship is spilling into the family. I, 27 female, have a complicated family dynamic, to say the least. My ex-boyfriend, Alex, 30 male, and I dated for 3 years. And during that time, he became really close with my family. He was charming, helpful, and honestly, my parents liked him more than I did towards the end of the relationship. We broke up
like
amicably.
me and Alyssa's relationship.
Or so I thought. She's going to kill you.
I'll be the next murder podcast.
Yeah. Well, if it's true crime, we'll solve it here on our podcast.
Yeah, she definitely killed him.
And if you want to pay for our Patreon, we'll upload the videos
of me being murdered.
Anyways, but it still stung when less than a year later, my brother Matt, 32 male, announced that he and Alex were dating. At first, I tried to be supportive. Love is love. And it wasn't like I wanted Alex back. But the dynamic became unbearable when they got married. And Alex essentially inserted himself into every family situation. He has this knack for twisting conversations into awkward reminders of our past relationship.
Wait, hold on. It's good. So the sister was
The sister
dating?
married Alex. Well, yeah, were they married?
The sister was dating, and then
Dating
her brother.
Alex,
Then
they
her
broke
brother
up.
got married to.
And then the
her
brother,
ex.
yes, married.
Oh my gosh, this is our relationship. It's gonna be me and Cody.
Oh my gosh.
Continue.
At family dinners, he'll make comments like, "Oh, remember when we used to eat at this place all the time?" Well, my brother says
Awkward.
That's
Fast
weird.
forward to now, their relationship is a total train wreck. They fight constantly and drag my parents into it. My mom confided in me that Alex has been pressuring Matt to buy a house that he doesn't want, and now Matt's credit is tanked. On top of that, Alex's behavior at family gatherings has been unbearable. He got drunk at my niece's birthday party last week and made a toast where he joked about how he dated me first and married up.
Wow.
That's so funny.
I tried to stay neutral for years, but this is getting out of hand. My brother is visibly miserable, but every time I bring it up, he accuses me of trying to sabotage his marriage out of jealousy. Meanwhile, my parents are exhausted by the drama, but refuse to set boundaries because they're afraid of losing Matt and their future grandchildren. I'm torn between letting this dumpster fire burn itself out and stepping in to tell my brother he deserves better. Has anyone else dealt with a situation where your family member married your ex? How do I handle this without completely tearing the family apart?
That sounds like a fun family gathering.
Yeah.
I want to be a part of it, family, and watch that.
Oh, God.
That is awkward. I don't think she should say anything.
No.
I mean, he doesn't have to be rude about dating her at all because of that.
I'm married up.
I'm married up.
I think that's funny. Is she dating anyone now?
It doesn't say.
She should date his sister or something.
That'd be funny.
It would be funny. But yeah, I don't think she should say anything. Honestly, just let the dumpster fire happen and stay out of it so that way you're not the bad guy, the center of attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do? I don't like your husband. Okay.
But you can't tell your brother who's
Yeah.
married, oh, you could do so much better. Like what? Because then you're the...
Well, you could, but then you got
Yeah.
to deal with the fallout.
Yeah, and they're not going to... You're going to be the bad guy in that situation.
Nah.
They're not going to like you.
Yeah.
I say do what you want.
Yeah. So I was looking to see if she commented at all on this.
Yeah.
She didn't. But in other posts, she puts a link to her OnlyFans.
Oh, good. I wonder
Yeah.
if it's videos of her brother.
Yeah. Yeah. Top comment is your brother doesn't like or respect you. Simple. And a family full of people pleasers is dangerous. Let the family dumpster fire burn and take a break from the family until they put it out.
Yeah, just worry about your
Yeah.
OnlyFans. Apparently,
Why
you're doing
would you
fine.
get with your sibling's ex in the first place? And why would your family support him?
Well, probably because the dad's like, my daughter's doing OnlyFans.
He's like, I understand
My
my
son-
broke up.
My son's fighting with his husband. I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna. The father's probably gonna be the next one he's gonna date someone from from the high school
the
or
brother
something.
and Alex are gonna break up, and then the dad's gonna get with Alex.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That would be a different dynamic.
Yeah.
Keep going
Or
up.
the mom gets with Alex, so it just keeps going back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It could just keep, I don't know. I'd be
And
very
that-
disappointed if you had an OnlyFans page. I'm like,
What if I was like, I'm making like double your salary with OnlyFans?
I would say, I hope you make more than double my salary.
a month at least.
Yes.
Per month.
Yeah, I don't think that's a lot. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Anyways, all right. My brother James is getting married next month. And what should have been a joyous family event has turned into a nightmare. The issue, his fiancée Emily didn't invite my wife Lisa to the wedding. Emily and Lisa have never been close, but I wouldn't call them enemies either. However, Emily has always seemed a bit cold towards Lisa. The tipping point was last year during a family vacation. Lisa, who's naturally outgoing and bubbly, struck up a conversation with everyone, including strangers at the resort. Emily, who is quiet and more reserved, seemed annoyed at this. After the trip, she told James that Lisa was attention-seeking and accused her of making the vacation all about herself. I didn't think much of it at the time, chalking it up to personality differences. Fast forward to now, and Emily has made it clear she doesn't want Lisa at her wedding. When I confronted James about it, he admitted it was Emily's decision, that he didn't want to push back because it's her day. He added that I should respect Emily's wishes and come to the wedding alone for the sake of family harmony. I was stunned. Lisa and I have been married for 5 years. She's part of this family. Excluding her feels like a slap in the face, not just to her, but to me as well. When I told James I wouldn't attend without Lisa, he accused me of being dramatic and trying to punish him for something out of his control. He said I was letting Lisa's hurt feelings ruin his wedding day. Our parents are divided. My dad says I'm right to stand by my wife and that James and Emily are being unreasonable. My mom, on the other hand, thinks I should just keep the peace and attend the wedding because it's not worth destroying your relationship with your brother over one day. Lisa has been deeply hurt by the whole ordeal. She feels disrespected and excluded and told me she would never have done anything like this if the roles were reversed. She is trying to be supportive of whatever decision I make, but I can tell she'd be devastated if I went to the wedding without her. It's put a strain on our marriage, oh my gosh, because she feels like I'm not standing up for her enough. At the time, James is my only sibling, and I've always thought we were close. I know skipping his wedding will hurt him, and it could permanently damage our relationship. Part of me wonders if I should just swallow my pride and go for his sake. But another part of me feels like this isn't just about the one day, it's about standing up for what's right. I don't want to ruin my brother's wedding, but I also don't want to betray my wife or compromise my values. So am I the asshole for refusing to go to my brother's wedding without Lisa?
You want me to take it first? You want to go?
You can go first.
I'm going to say, no, you're not the asshole for avoiding it. I mean, when someone's married, you're kind of a package deal. You're either both invited or not.
Weird.
And if it's fine if someone's like, look, I don't want them at my wedding, that's fine. But then you have to expect the fallout. Like the spouse may not attend as well. Or, I mean, she could just go to the ceremony. I don't know if she's in it or not. Go to the ceremony and then not go to the reception at all.
Yeah, I think that he just shouldn't go because it's like at some point when you're married, it's like that's your direct family at that point, and you don't live with your brother 24/7. So
Yeah,
it's
True.
like it matters more of what's going on in your own home rather than someone else. Like you say, you didn't invite Alyssa because you guys had a falling out.
Weird.
Like, well, sorry, Ari, Alyssa's my family, so I'll see you around, I guess. So it's just the way that it should be. That when you're married, that person always comes first.
Yeah.
No matter what. Like even say if you or mom, you got married to some weird guy, and they're like, "Oh, we don't want Alyssa or
Because we
whatever."
think
There,
she's attention seeking, you know, because she was talking to strangers that one time on vacation.
yeah, exactly. It's
Which is
not,
weird.
then I wouldn't go there either. So it's like, sorry, Alyssa comes first.
Yeah, no, I guess you're looking at it from the marriage point of view, where I've been single up for a long time.
Yeah, you got to look at it as like, sorry, like this is your, because your family, yes, you have an extended family, but it's extended. Your family is what's in your home at some point. It's like,
well, I think like once you get like serious enough, you're dating and like married. Like,
yeah, it's like,
that's
okay.
your immediate family
Yeah,
now.
like say if you date a guy that's annoying, I'm not going to be like, I'm gonna tell you, I'm like, that dude's annoying, but I guess you can come. Like, if you guys are serious. So I'm like, just don't expect me to be nice. I don't really care if he likes me.
Yeah. I think I was looking at it for like the mom's point of view. Like, she just wants all her kids to get along.
Yeah.
Well,
That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
That's not when he's doing stuff like that. And plus, like, all because she talked to some strangers on vacation. Like, how attention-seeking, like, she would have to do a lot to take away any attention from the bride on the wedding day.
Right.
It sounds like both of them are attention-seeking, and they both are annoying.
It does.
Yeah.
That sounds like the husband's attention-seeking, too, since he had to write a whole book about doing the right thing.
Long.
Yeah, it's like, come on, dude. I've heard longer things, like less things like about that woman that was being haunted wrote a smaller paragraph than this guy.
That is true.
Right, so top comment, not the asshole. Turn it around on him and ask how he would feel if the roles were reversed. How would his fiance feel if the roles were reversed? The fiance is joining this family, and she should bear that in mind. Your wife is already in that family. You can't choose who your family is, least of all who your siblings marry, but you can tolerate them. It's the fiance who's causing this rift, not you.
Right, exactly. And if he's gonna do that, be like, all right, dude, grow up.
Yeah.
Like, either my wife's coming or I'm not coming. Either way, I was like, I don't really want to sit here and watch you do this wedding anyway, guy. It's more for the females. So yeah,
that's true. No, I would agree with that. I think obviously if she's not invited, then you're not going to go.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Do you want some options?
Sure.
All right, so this is 5.5 years mama's boy SOS, or
So he's a serial killer.
my best friend accidentally sent me a text about secretly hating me.
Oh my God.
Oh, that one sounds good. Let's do that one first.
So that's from 2 Hot Takes, posted by OK_preparation_4384.
Preparation H.
Maybe it's hemorrhoids.
I'm going to make that my username. That's my whole identity, is I have hemorrhoids.
I can imagine, because he's sitting hurts, going to the bathroom hurts.
Everyone will know.
Yeah.
All right. This says, looking for advice or comfort as I am truly heartbroken. I, 20 female, and my best friend, 21 female, have been friends since high school. Now we are part of the same college friend group. Friday night, everyone was hanging out together like we typically do on the weekends. I had 1 drink, and my best friend had about 3 to 4 drinks before we went back to her house.
Oof. College days.
Yeah. Yuck.
Everything was totally normal. I wasn't exactly planning to stay the night, but she pleaded with me and said we could get breakfast in the morning if I stayed. I obliged, and she told me she was going to sleep alone in her room so that she could call her long-distance boyfriend. So after telling each other I love you goodnight and giving hugs, I went to go sleep in the guest room. About 20 minutes later, I received a text from her that read, she's staying in the guest room, so I don't want to talk shit about her too loudly. I responded with a simple huh, and received another longer text complaining about how she just can't figure out a respectful way to get rid of me. It was probably around 2:45 in the morning at this point, but I packed up all my things and snuck out the back door. The next morning, she sent a voice memo apologizing and saying that she was drunk and she meant to text her boyfriend. But I'm just not that fun anymore, and we've grown apart. My heart is broken. It feels wrong to bring up to anyone else in the friend group, so I've spent the last few days grieving and trying to remind myself that I'm only 20, you can still bounce back and find new friends.
Oh my gosh, traumatic.
Unfortunately, my 21st birthday is in a few weeks, and now I fear I won't have anyone to spend it with. I guess posting this and venting anonymously online with a bunch of strangers might help. I'm not sure, but while I wait for my emergency therapy appointment tomorrow, any advice is appreciated.
Oh, I feel bad for her.
I get over it. Sometimes you just grow apart from friends. It's fine.
Yeah, but you don't want to get the text saying that you're so annoying, can't get rid of her.
They just call her a C word and move on.
But, the friend might have just said that just to make the boyfriend happy, too. Maybe the friend doesn't really feel that way.
Well, she texted her in the morning.
Yeah, she sent a text saying, I'm sorry, but they felt like she's not that fun anymore and we've grown apart.
Yeah. I'd be like, you're not that fun, you alcoholic.
It's like she had a lot of drinks and she didn't just want to drink that much.
Yeah. That stinks.
If you need other people to drink for them to have fun, that means that there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with a friend. But
Yeah.
I can see now she probably feels lonely. She doesn't have anyone to hang out with or drink with because
Well,
she's
she's
in
got
college.
other friends, just not this friend person.
Yeah, but I'm sure this is who she's closest with. They went to high school together. And then if you're part of the same friend group in college and you can't really, complain or separate it out.
Yeah, just start a rumor about her.
Oh my God.
Be like, I heard that she, I don't know, poops in her sleep or something.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Ew, that's
I know.
gross.
Yeah, be like,
Oh my God.
she can't come this weekend, guys. Sorry.
Right.
She can't sleep in this hotel room with us. She'll
Yeah.
shit the bed.
Ew.
Gross.
All right, top comment. Convincing you to stay, just act frustrated that you won't leave is such a strange behavior. I don't know about her normal behavior outside of this incident, but that sounds like the type of person who'll twist anything so that they sound like the wrong party. No reasoning with those types at all. And then the OP replied, I agree. I was very much caught off guard. An hour before, we were talking about planning a trip for spring break. No fights, no arguments, no weird vibes at all beforehand. So it just sounds like a fake friend. Talks bad about
Yeah.
you behind your back.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah.
everywhere.
That friend probably was talking
Better-
bad about her years
yeah,
before.
probably in high school too. It's
Yeah.
better to get rid of her now.
Yeah.
Well, now you know. Like when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Like now you know what type
Yeah.
of person and what kind of friend she is.
Yeah, usually when you're drunk, it's usually pretty easy to tell what kind of people you are.
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of sad, but yeah.
Yeah,
Sad
Yeah.
but true.
get over it. Be a better friends.
Yep.
There's a 8 point whatever billion people in this world. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Ever since I drank too much in December, I haven't been able to have anything other than wine.
Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, now you're old. Welcome to being
I
old.
know. It's like I'm like you now.
Yeah, you go all out once. And you're like, oh God, I can't drink
I
anymore.
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
And you're like, everything is just always like the smell of things. You're like,
Yeah.
"Ugh."
Disgusting.
The
Yeah.
only thing I can't drink is Southern Comfort. I threw up on that when I was like 16, and then that's the thing I can't drink. But I made Arianna a martini
Yeah.
the other day, and I felt like measured, like, oh, it's like 2-1 with vodka. She was like, oh my God, it's too strong. Like,
Ugh.
she could not drink it.
It makes me
Gross.
sick.
You should make her a Long Island iced tea and see how she does with
Oh, that's like
No,
all
no.
alcohol.
that. Just all alcohol.
Just thinking about like taking a shot, my stomach feels off.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
Yeah.
I don't know
All
how
right.
people do it all the
I
time.
don't know.
Nuts.
Okay. Do we want? All right. Do you want 2 new ones to choose from?
What was the other one that you were going to pick?
5.5 years Mama's Boy SOS, or do you want to hear that?
I want to hear that.
Okay. This was on r/waiting_to_wed, posted by accurate-reveal 261. Hi, I need some advice about my relationship of 5.5 years, both 27-year-olds. Let me preface this by saying we started out dating in college with no jobs, both living at home. We live in very expensive areas and have been saving up to buy a house for years. When we first started talking, he broke off our situationship the night of my birthday. I was crying, decided to see other people, and got over him. He saw me happy, got jealous, and gave it another go. We started talking again. I basically gave him an ultimatum and said, you're either in or out. And he chose out. The next day, he goes with me to the coffee shop and asked
Bye.
me out less than 1 month later. And I said yes. 3 years in, I met a guy that was such a gentleman to me that had me doubting my entire relationship. How could a stranger make me feel more special than my boyfriend did of 3 years? I attempted to break it off in fear I could never trust him. Not to date the other guy. I just didn't like the feeling in the pit of my stomach. But I missed him so much, I begged for him back 2 days after. And he gladly took me, as we do love each other very much and are happy on the day-to-day. I poured my blood, sweat, tears, and soul into this relationship for the past 5 years.
A weird way to put that.
I know, right?
Countless sunrise parties for him, homemade gifts, putting constant effort into every little detail, but never feeling it being fully reciprocated.
What are sunrise parties?
I don't know what that is. I want a sunrise party.
No, you might not.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
You might not want one.
No, that's true.
I knew I always loved him more and had come to terms with the fact that I would always be that way. But we could work through anything because he was a good communicator, or so I thought.
Communicator.
Okay.
Is that how she wrote it, or did you just mess up?
That's how she wrote it.
Someone's got to be a good communicator.
Communicator.
It's a communicator. Apparently, it's not her.
my God, this is long.
Oh my gosh. Just give me the spark notes.
I didn't read it, so we know we got to go through.
Oh, jeez.
Fast forward to Halloween this year. I had a giant party plan. I really go all out to make it wonderful. The morning after, he breaks it off again, completely blindsided me. I felt like I was hit by a train, as I'm sure he did 2 years prior, to be fair. This seems like a lot of on and off again.
Yeah. They don't have a good relationship.
No, he's very passive and lets me make many of the decisions in our relationship. Apparently, this has been deeply bothering him for years. He has been bottling up his feelings. I, of course, told him I would listen to him and we could work on the communication. And we have been having weekly meetings to discuss our emotions, which
seems awful.
to really be helping.
Both of you need to get out of this. This is stressing me out.
It's like a lot of work.
Yeah, too much work they're not even married. They're just dating.
Yeah.
How old are these people again? Did they say?
27.
27.
The biggest problem at hand, however, seems to be that he's a mama's boy. Most decisions in his life that he has made have stemmed from her, and she is creepily obsessed with him. I just found out last year that she still had him on Life 360 at 26-year-old, but she shut off after I felt it was uncomfortable being watched on our vacation. She literally told us she was watching our car crawling on the Throgs Neck Bridge driving home. Creepy. So basically, his whole life, his parents have controlled him. And he actually recently had a breakthrough with this therapist that his relationship with his parents affects his relationship with me. So fast forward, a big reason he broke up with me was because his parents told him that they feel as if I'm taking him away, they will never see him again when we get married. I believe his mom essentially convinced him to break up with me. And he also felt that it needed to be tit for tat for me for breaking up with him 2 years prior. There's still a lot of love here, and I know we have a lot of big changes to make. I agreed to weekly meetings and hangouts with his family, which has been going well.
This is
Weekly
weird.
meetings? For what?
We need to sit down. Do you have a memo?
We are both now teachers with full-time jobs. We have always envisioned this big, beautiful life with each other, and the thought of losing that future is extremely painful. However, I'm afraid he will always choose her over me, and that he will always have a poor relationship with his spouse due to his poor relationship with his mother. Any advice?
Yeah, you need to get out of that.
Just get out.
Just because if they're just obsessed with their parents, they're not gonna change that.
I found it funny. She finds it weird that at 26, his mom had him on Life 360. My mom has you guys on Life 360.
Yeah,
I
I'm
have you on
29.
360.
Yeah, but it's not
like,
weird. It's not like you're saying like, why are you here? Where are you now?
No,
It's more of like, if I'm dead, I hope you come and find me.
Yeah.
or tell the police where I am. That's what I use Life 360 for.
No, it sounds like for anywhere they were going on like the vacation, she was texting.
Yeah.
that's just weird. Like, oh, wow, I see you going really slow.
Why
What's
are you
going on?
Yeah, why are you going so
That'd be
slow?
annoying.
weird.
Yeah, that's
Like,
weird.
because there's traffic.
Ooh,
Weirdo.
I do know what a sunrise party is.
Oh, what is it?
I don't. Is it some
Do we
weird
wanna
sex
know?
thing?
No, it's a
Oh.
cultural or spiritual event often held at dawn to celebrate new beginnings, mark significant occasions in honor of traditions across various cultures worldwide.
Okay, he's gonna be a future serial killer, and she's just fucking odd.
It's
So
just very odd.
yeah, they both need to just go separate ways.
Well, yeah, they broke up more than the
A
mom.
lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
And like what? She met a stranger that was really nice to
Yeah.
her, and then she was like, I don't think he'll ever treat me like this.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
weird too.
That
That just
was
has
weird.
something's lacking in your
She
relationship.
needs help, and so does he.
Yeah.
that's the way to
But
do.
don't
Like,
keep counseling together. Go separately.
yeah,
Just go
Yeah.
and break up, get out.
The top comment is, I didn't get past the first paragraph before reading it being knocked over by red flags.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was like too many blood, sweat, and tears for me.
Yeah, that was weird. That's a weird way to put. That means there's got to be at least some sort of abuse going on, or
Yeah, it
it's-
was weird.
That was weird.
this is an
God.
odd. She's odd. He's odd. They both need to go oddly separate ways. It's like because otherwise they're gonna. I'm telling you that one of them is a serial killer.
Yeah.
It could easily be either one.
He's like she's gonna start off by killing him, or he's already murdering people.
Yeah.
Then his mom is covering it up.
Well, the way she met that stranger, I don't know. I think she might be the serial
Yeah.
killer.
I
Or
think
she's
so.
gonna be like that guy from You, just fucking like, oh, I like this person now. Time to kill you. See you
Yeah.
guys later.
Yeah, that was weird.
Weird.
Yeah, that was what a weird person.
Very strange.
Yeah. Very long, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unnecessarily, like just after the blood, sweat, and tears. Okay.
Blood, sweat. I actually skipped
Break
a
up.
paragraph as well.
Good. Yeah, there's
You
no
did.
reason. We already know that they need to break
Glance
up.
at it, it's like it's the same thing over and over.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had sunrise parties. We did this. I made him a homemade sweater out of my hair. I don't know why we are so on and off. Why his mom thinks that I'm going to take him. I only keep him locked up 3 days out of the week. That's not that bad.
And weekly meetings with the parents, like, what, do you have an agenda?
Yeah,
Like,
we don't go
That's
on dates. We have
weird.
weekly meetings with each other. We sit down.
We sit down.
I consider, like, okay, I go to his parents' house once a week for dinner. Okay.
Now
But,
we
like,
have weekly meetings with his parents.
weekly
Yeah, we
meetings.
sit down. We take notes on how we can be. I bring a PowerPoint of like this. See, he can only leave the basement during these days of the week.
Then on the next meeting, we go over the charts, log how things went from the last week's
Yes.
meeting.
Yes, you see, he didn't make me happy this week, so I had to stab him.
Hence the
gosh.
blood, sweat, and
He
tears.
didn't make me feel like this stranger that said hi to me on the
Oh my
on
gosh.
the train.
Yeah, very weird.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. Very strange.
I'm pretty sure it was the conductor, but I couldn't tell.
All right.
All
what's,
right.
what's next? Give me a different
Give
one.
us
All
one
right.
more. Can't end on
One
that
more.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's an awful one. to
Am
end
I
on.
the asshole for leaving my husband and stepdaughter stranded on Christmas when I found out he gave her my big Christmas gift? Or my mother-in-law doesn't let me have sex with my husband?
What?
Probably that one.
Okay. This is posted on 2 Hot Takes by throw_RA_10888. My husband and I got married a year ago. He and I didn't live together before. In fact, we hardly saw each other because we both worked and studied at the same time. So our time was quite limited. We got married and went to live together in his apartment. Unfortunately, 2 months after our wedding, his father died in an accident.
Jeez.
My mother-in-law and my husband, who was an only child, were devastated, as it was quite sudden. My mother-in-law, left alone, began to suggest to my husband that we move in with her to her house to keep her company. But because she is from another state, we couldn't due to our jobs and college. Then she came to us. Our apartment is 2 rooms. So my mother-in-law occupied one, and my husband and I occupied another.
So why did she move in with them?
She was lonely.
Okay.
I mean, my mother-in-law never liked me. She is one of the mothers who think that no woman is good enough for her son. As a couple who are still in the honeymoon stage, we had sex very frequently, every day, even up to twice a day. This changed when my mother-in-law arrived.
Well,
Since
yeah.
the apartment is so small.
It didn't change. She was just like, please stop doing that. I'm eating dinner.
My ears are bleeding.
Please stop. You guys are doing it right in front of me on the table. Please stop.
Please stop.
I didn't feel comfortable doing it with her living there. The thing is that when we did have sex with my husband, my mother-in-law magically interrupted us.
Ew.
It didn't matter what time it was.
She
Even if
probably
it was
heard it.
3 a.m., she casually got up and knocked on our door asking what we were doing.
What? What are you doing?
We're telling my husband that she feels bad because her head hurts or things like that. This has been going on since my mother-in-law moved in with us. It's been a stressful 7 months. Besides, I have no privacy of any kind. She criticizes everything I do, especially my food. My husband tries to give me my place, saying things like, "It's not true, Mom. The food tastes good." What's really annoyed me is the fact that she started saying that several things of value and money were lost in her room. Casually, the day I stayed home. I had the day off from work and study in the afternoons. I got really fed up and told my husband that this isn't what I expected. I agreed to let her move in with us because my father-in-law passed away, and I was trying to be empathetic to her and her pain. But I'm not going to let her call me a thief. Now I'm at my parents' house. And my husband keeps calling me and sending me messages to come back, but I don't know what to do anymore. This is really stressful.
But yeah, sorry, Mom. You gotta go. You're being a weirdo.
She's got to go. They're like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? You know what they're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Top comment is, what are we doing? I'm having sex with my husband. Come back later or leave.
I guess you can watch if you want, freak.
Ew. Ew. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a weird.
But she's been there for 7 months.
There's
Too
so
long.
many weird
Yeah.
people.
So many weird people.
She's been there for 7 months.
Yep.
Yeah, time to go.
Time to
Get
go.
the fuck out.
And they only had 2 months together before she moved in when they
Yeah,
got
need to
married.
go.
Yeah.
Be like, sorry, you need to go, dude.
Well, and then for her to start now accusing her of stealing, complaining about food. Like, look, the door's right there. Please leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's
Honestly,
annoying.
stealing. I'm actually slowly packing up your shit because I'm moving you out.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
tell you where it is. It's actually in your new apartment.
Yes. We paid the first amount, dude. You gotta find a job.
First and last. There you go. Get the hell out.
All right.
Use your husband's life insurance, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So there's 2 updates. Do you want to hear the first one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I returned with my husband last Thursday while I lived with my parents who were talking and seeing each other. The first time I agreed to talk to him, I told him that he really had to do something about his mother because our relationship was going down the drain. He kicked his mother out.
Good.
She didn't take it so well.
He's probably not. I can see that.
Well, yeah.
Remember how I told you she wanted to sell her house? Well, she actually did.
Oh, so she's got money.
She put her house up for sale. What surprised me so much is that she listed her house for sale at well below average cost considering where the house is located.
Oh, geez.
Apparently, she was about to close the deal with some potential buyers. She hasn't communicated with anyone since she left. We also don't know if she returned to her house. And now everything is fine. My husband also thanked me because he couldn't stand having his mother in our apartment anymore. I also made it very clear to my husband that if his mother had behaved differently, I would never have minded if she stayed with us.
Yeah, she acted like a normal human being.
Normal human, my gosh.
I feel a little bad for her, but she really brought it on herself. I was always kind despite her treatment. Thanks, guys, for your comments and advice.
What's the second update?
Yeah.
Yep. We're getting to it.
Oh, she came back and she murdered me.
Hello. It's been several months since the last update.
This is me, the mother.
Long story short, my mother-in-law returned to us.
No!
Yep, saw that coming.
After my husband kicked her out, she didn't contact us for about 2 months. Then she began to resume communication with my husband. 3 months ago, we received the news that my mother-in-law was diagnosed with stage 4 stomach cancer.
Oh my gosh.
No.
My husband asked me to move his mother back in with us. Given the situation, I accepted. But she continues with the same attitude from the beginning. And now it's worse because she needs various care, and I must take care of her. I quit my job to take care of her full time.
Oh my gosh.
We're drowning in debt since my husband's salary is not enough to cover all the expenses.
What?
Oh,
my
no.
husband
Time to
suggested
poison her.
putting my mother-in-law's house up for sale again, and she refused, saying that it was the only thing left she had, and she wanted to be my husband's inheritance.
Yeah, give me the money because we're in debt because of you.
Well, right.
Oh my gosh.
We need the money now from that house because my wife is staying home taking care of you, even though you're very ungrateful.
That lady gave herself cancer somehow.
She actually doesn't have cancer. She just told them
is
that.
just told, yeah, like, dude, is there proof of this? She probably is lying. She's like, man.
That is awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Uh,
Remember Bad Moms? The mom pretended to have cancer to try to move in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened in this
It
story.
might be. She probably is lying about it. That's even worse.
Yeah.
Just
It's
why would she sell the house?
This poor woman. She should just divorce her husband. Be
Yeah.
like, see you later. You got a weird fucking mother that's definitely faking having cancer.
Yeah.
Or if she does have cancer, you think she'd be a little bit grateful?
Yeah, just grateful.
Yeah.
She's just cranky. How old is this mother?
Probably
I don't know,
not
it
that
didn't
old.
say.
She seems odd.
If you have
Very
kids in your
odd.
20s, generally, well, I have kids younger, but like you're probably in your 50s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're old enough to you're not old enough where it's okay to be weird.
Yeah.
You have to be normal until you're 80. I think 80 is when you can start being like, you can just say whatever you want.
Yeah, I think that's a good
then
point.
people have to deal with it. Like if you're 80 and you're saying that your food tastes like shit, that's fine. I'm like, yeah, I guess so.
Like, I guess, sorry.
And then you can you just tell them like, well, it's probably because your taste buds are falling out, you old
Oh my
bat.
gosh.
And it's fine because they're 80.
They're 80. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how you get along because you can be mean to them, they can be mean to you.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
That was a weird one to end
Yeah.
on, too.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Yeah, you
thanks.
picked some weird ones.
Well, thank you so much, Anthony, for joining us.
Thanks for
Yes.
having me.
Thanks for coming on.
And you can find
Of
us
course.
on our, where can we find us for the Reddit?
It's a good question.
You can find us on Instagram at The Raining Cats and Dogs. You can please subscribe. You can talk and follow on wherever you get your podcasts. We are also on YouTube now. We just don't have a live video. It's just the audio.
You gotta start doing the video.
I know.
People love
Arianna
the
doesn't
video.
want that.
Why? I bet you
So you
get,
got to worry about what you look
you
like.
get, no, you don't. That's the best thing. You just do what you do. No one cares. Just go with it. Just look how you look, and you'll get probably more views because people like to watch video. Like I choose podcasts, even though when I don't listen, like when I'm just listening to them, I choose the podcast with videos.
See,
Even if
I
you're
always
driving?
choose
Even if
podcasts
even
without
if I'm not
videos.
watching them,
I hate podcasts with videos. I always
Why?
like without.
I need to know what these people look like.
I don't care what they look
I
like.
care, like, because then you have a picture in your mind, and then you're 10 episodes in, you're like, oh, this is what this person looks like.
Yeah, I was
Then it
shocked.
messes
Some
your
yeah.
messes up your whole view of the whole podcast.
Okay.
Like I'm watching this one, I'm listening to this like D&D podcast, and it doesn't have video. And I saw a picture of what they look like. I'm like, they don't look like anything
Oh
like
my
they
God.
like, at all.
Well, most people don't. Like whenever you see like the old fashioned like radio hosts, you're always shocked at what they look
Yeah,
like.
that's true.
Well, yeah, that's true. See, you just need video.
Ah, you
Yes.
don't need
And then you
video.
can see all your cats and dogs running across you every 5
That's
minutes.
true because like the one day the cat was laying in front of the camera. The whole
Yeah.
time.
Exactly.
Well, eventually we'll post them.
Eventually, we'll do videos. Ari's just not ready yet.
Starting now, this is the first video being posted.
It's not a good one, but
Doesn't need to be a good one. It just
All
needs
right.
to be there.
But I still want you to post 2 versions, one with video, one with just the audio.
I veto that.
Because if it was me, I would choose the not video. I only like the audio.
yeah, a lot of podcasters do too.
Okay, so what do you like? Do you like the video or just the audio, Mom?
I like them both. So when I'm in the car, I like just the audio.
Mm-hmm.
But like when I'm around the house doing stuff, even though I'm not like sitting watching,
it, you just
I
watch the
Why
video.
do you need to see people?
because it's just kind of
Because
nice.
You're just like, oh, this is what this person's doing. Or you
No.
can see their genuine reactions to
or
stuff.
like
I don't
if they talk
care
about
what
their
they
dog
look
and
like.
the dog's in the room, I kind of look to see what their dog's
Yeah,
doing.
because you could be like, oh, this dog's licking me, and it's not a dog; it's a human licking them, and you can see it.
Ew. That's
Well, that'd be
weird.
weird.
I don't know what
Yeah.
podcast you watch, but
But that way, you know, it's like, oh, this guy's a weird guy. Maybe I
That's
should have watched this podcast.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. This is more. It makes it more relatable. See, you're the 20s, and I'm basically the 30s, and Mom's the 40s of this
Yes.
stuff. So I think, what is your demographic for people that do you know ages that listen?
I don't know ages, but you know what? Now we have some people in the UK and Germany.
whoa.
Tell Dave I say hello if you're from the UK.
Probably
Just
Dave.
Dave.
Dave. Yeah, I can't. I probably shouldn't say his last name. Just
Don't.
Dave.
Yeah, just Dave. If you know a Dave,
If
just
you
say
know a
hi.
Dave, say hi.
For the Rainy Cats and Dogs podcast.
He played lacrosse. That's all you need to know. He probably does still play
I think he
lacrosse.
plays. Doesn't he play
Yeah, he
like for a
plays
national team?
professionally, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, tell
That's
him.
cool.
Tell him to say hi.
Dave that plays lacrosse from
Dave
the UK.
that plays lacrosse from the UK. Exactly.
All right, and where can they find us, Ari?
R_cats_and dogs_pod.
All right, you guys have a great week and be kind.
Or don't.
Or don't. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It costs $0 to be kind, but also $0 to be an asshole.
That is true. And then
Oh, God.
we will leave you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.